So what are like kind of them with more that to see our skara tronco. I keep
The cameras are off, dog.
Anybody sues us.
Rubinelos
If anybody sues us.
No, oh yeah, with that we're fine.
Fresh out of town, never dressed like I'm straight out of Compton. I flip the money, but I never studied accounting.
It's been a dramatic athletics world championship so far, but this perhaps ranks as the most surreal moment. Isaac Mackweiler running a 200 metres heat.
Time traveling is for time traveling. We're trying
To what time are you trying to travel to? That's
Here's
what
the
I
thing
want
about-
to the future or the past.
It's not. Here's the thing about time. Time does a thing when it just times. You know, if there's no future, there's no past.
Time doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. We live in a, and time just it does this thing. It's like when you are eating cake
On your birthday.
not necessarily on your birthday. Like say
Because
somebody,
time doesn't exist. Then you wouldn't have a birthday.
you see, you get it, dog.
What do
You get it.
You guys are speaking nonsense there. But it's okay though. It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah, so Berlin.
Oh no. What was I talking about?
Sir,
The meeting, CERN, Berlin,
Oh,
time,
so this is
trajectory.
yeah, this is the time when we're discussing how we are going to ease the traveling in future. And now we have to do time traveling.
Wait, are you serious? Like, is this something that you heard, you read about, or it's just you and Veezo, your theories in your head? Like,
Can I go
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. These are my people.
Steve Hawkins.
Steve Hawkins. These are my people.
Tender and Inejo, man.
Tendere haetswa. You can tendera go netswa ko NASA.
NASA.
Tendere netswa ko NASA. It had to go through the US government first, you know, to get, you know, and financing in Russia. So we had this 3 billion.
Beta.
When this 3 beta landed,
I'm done.
no, actually, it's cryptocurrency. It landed
online.
Yeah, it landed in cryptocurrency. In cryptocurrency, we don't say
Blockchain.
millions. Yeah. So when this beta landed, we had to download it. Took about 2 weeks to download that man.
You know, when you see this, do you know the term Delulu is the Solulu? You know, John?
I had to Google it. So I don't know where it's from, but I think it was Korea, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this is what Google told me. I'm 35, right? I heard this is what the kids are saying.
It's gonna say 35 like you're 45.
Yeah, I'm 35, so clearly I'm leaving the trending. Like the last word I remember, I learned Gibo Bendo, Lebo. Trap. Like right now, I don't even say Danko, dog. Like that missed me, dog. Like, I can't.
You don't say dango when you pray?
No, I say amen, dude.
You have to say dango.
See, that's a 2000 thing. What? Wait till you get 35. You won't be saying old words. Don't worry, it's coming.
Don't worry, it'll get
coming. Where you get irritated by new things, like you see a young hip guy living his life, and you're like, what? I used to love seeing young guys get.
You hate
rich
like Treezies.
What's like?
I don't know what like Treezies
You
are.
see that? You see that?
These guys.
I don't know.
Nah, never mind. Let's talk.
If 3 years ago, I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. Let me tell you what Delulu is the Solulu mean.
Yeah.
Delulu is the Solulu. Look what we're doing right now on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
2 comedians who actually thought they will become successful comedians. And they actually did it.
How sure are you that you thought I was
You are
going to be
here.
successful?
You wouldn't be here if you're not successful.
Comedy
Therefore,
type,
you were
yeah.
delusional, and that was the solution for you to be here right now. Delulu is the Solulu.
Comedy type, guys. Because in comedy, you can't fake it. If people are not laughing, they're not laughing. How can I fake my way?
You get what it means?
I get the Lulu, Solulu, but it's
And
not
that's
like,
the theme
It
today.
doesn't apply to comedy, bro.
doesn't apply
if
to
you're not
comedy.
funny, you're not funny.
Look,
like it doesn't apply to.
so
a lot
you
of
knew you were funny.
Not necessarily. I knew I wanted to do comedy. I was like, this is the only thing that I'm doing that feels right.
Feeling.
Like, it felt right doing comedy. I was like, I actually enjoy it. I can wake up at 3 a.m. and not feel bad and write a joke.
For comedy, yeah.
Just, I don't feel bad. I just do this and I feel good doing this. So at that time doing it, it was before even thinking about the money, before even I was just genuinely doing it because
Would you say you were delusional at that point?
Probably. Well, that's the guess. I guess
Exactly.
That's
And then it was solution, and now we're here.
okay.
Yeah.
This guy knows how to force things, dude. That's fine. Delulu. But the thing is that you can't force a new word on us. Like, I'm just telling you though, right now, I don't like.
No, it's not a new word. You don't. Do you listen to motivational speakers?
I hate those.
Exactly. So now you don't have to listen to motivational speakers anymore because Delulu is the Solulu.
Steve Harvey about it. When I was growing up, I was living in my car. I'm like, dog, I don't even have a car, dog. How do I get motivated? But you have a car.
Somebody who has
So at least
the fact that you have a
car.
car, it means you bought it. It means you have money.
Dog, you can't inspire me, dog. You can't motivate.
You stayed somewhere to get that.
You can't.
Hey, dog, inspire.
Talking about Steve Harvey though, I find it. I'm unable to see him as a motivational speaker. I see a comedian still, and I don't.
But he's, he gets to you.
He does.
He does.
He get to you.
He moves
actually-
you. That's Steve Rante.
No, but I'm like, no, I know I'm a comedian, dog. I write
Or maybe
for
he
people.
inspires you as a comedian.
I write for people, so I know what. If I write a piece, I know what it does to people. I'm like, okay, no, I'm writing this too.
But when you know those motivational things that he does, do they ever like?
no,
Get up!
You
Fucking
know what?
man.
You know which one almost got me with the suits.
Oh yeah, every
And
man needs
first-
5 suits.
And then I listened. I was like, okay, listen to the math. I listened to the math.
Some bullshit.
By the end of the video, this guy's like, you gonna have 175 suits for
Like,
5 suits. I'm like,
no, Stevie.
Stevie,
I have 5 suits.
I have 5
Trust
suits.
me. After
5 sets.
3 weeks, you guys are gonna
Come
know
on,
all my
hey,
shit.
Come on.
You guys are gonna know
You
all
know
my
these
clothes.
haters. You know these
Yeah,
haters.
I can do
You
it.
know these haters.
Hey, let's get
dog.
on to something
Okay,
else. All right.
I'm sorry.
So let's move on from Steve Harvey. Let's come back home. Let's
But we
bring
love you, Steve.
Let's bring it
Love you,
home.
man.
Let's bring it home. So a week ago, we got to see the biggest artist in bots. He went to church. VEE Peasy.
Oh yeah, I saw that video.
Papi goes to church all the time.
Now
That's what
it's
a
different
unique
this time
video.
around. He got prophesied by this prophet, right?
But it's like, that prophecy was stuff that's Googleable, dog. Like I don't know V personally, but those things I know. Like whether he wants to be a politician.
I know that like 2 months ago.
Like
No, he's
all
not-
the,
no, no,
that's
he's-
what I'm saying.
The minute he
Nah,
started
listen, he
donating
started
stuff,
He should have surprised us. That
Listen.
prophet should have said something that nobody knows in the audience.
Like,
I'm Johnny and I sit at home. Last time I saw V was like 3 years ago. Like I hate that. So I don't know anything about V.
Listen.
You get what I mean?
The guy started off speaking about Drummer Boy, right? And how
Who's
Drummer
about
Boy
Drummer
passed
Boy?
away. Yeah, this prophet started talking about Drummer
where's
Boy.
this prophet from?
I don't know.
Come on, you want to tell me people don't
One
know
of the
about
guys
Drummer
from
Boy?
North Africa.
These things are Googleable, guys.
He said a few things that showed that V helped out Drummer Boy before he.
But these are Googleable things, dog. These are
That's
things
how
we
you
all
set
saw.
up.
Okay,
That's how
fine.
you
Yeah,
set up a-
listen,
we saw
fine.
those
Here's my
things.
question to you: if V goes into politics, which ministry do you think he would fall under?
Of course, youth, dog.
Ministry of Youth.
Of course.
No,
But he's not
if he
even a
doesn't
young
get
guy
into the
anymore.
ministry, they're probably gonna squeeze him in somewhere, dog. There's a lot happening.
Wait.
There's like arts councils. There's stuff happening, dog. How thata was push. Hey, that building is big, dog. There's so many offices, dog. I'm telling you, it's not that
I love your
hard.
optimism.
It's
dude.
not that hard. Dog. Like, come on, guys. Like,
Nah,
if
deep down.
V wants to get into
Deep down, you wouldn't want him to be a minister of youth. Don't you think he would put us on?
I don't know about
Like,
that.
I'm like,
But it would be nice. I'd be happy
it'd
for
be
him.
nice to
I'd
have.
be happy
It'd be
for
nice
him.
to have one of our own. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
one of
like,
our artists.
shout out to V. You know, it works for him.
But you know what's sad, man? Here's the thing. Sorry to interrupt you guys. We have Chili Boy as Minister of Sports. But we haven't had sports in schools for 3 years. So what if V becomes minister and they switch
never
off all
have-
the bars and
you never have
they switch
music.
off all the radios? So no, maybe we should have another artist. I'm just saying. Oh,
So
I'm
you
just
want to
saying.
tell me what? There's nobody else suited to get that job?
You see what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're a musician.
I haven't thought about it.
That
Yeah,
but
nobody else suited.
Like who? Give an example. Someone you know.
Not,
Random person.
not personally somebody. You see, that's the problem. Why do you want somebody you know? Why can't we get somebody who graduated from this? Why can't we get somebody who's
qualified?
Who qualified
Like
to do something?
Because
I don't know what the minister of
apparently
youth
go
does.
Canada.
Because
Okay, I would say Newman. Do you know Newman?
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
Yeah, but I'm like, Paul,
maybe that's the guy right there.
That's a dude right there. You know, he
That's a
been
solid
out there.
guy. That's a solid
But
guy.
I'm like,
Dig Nash? Oh, he's
calm
not.
down.
Never mind.
I don't know, but yeah,
like
up to them.
I'm like, why can't we get somebody who, not because we like him, because this person can do this job.
But more politics was like yeah.
That's like,
How does it
why
work?
can't we?
Is this all specially elected?
Charisma, man. Charisma.
It's all about like it's all
Charisma.
about ish, dog. Why you ish?
Swag, though. Swag.
Get who
How's
you like.
another thing?
Alright, if you say so. If you say so.
Ish. Alright.
Like imagine.
But sports. Congratulations, Taboholitsile.
Yeah, shout out to our brother, man.
World champion,
he's making us
gold
really proud.
medal and bronze medal as well.
Yeah.
He's really making us proud, eh?
Silver and bronze.
And you
Oh,
can
silver and bronze.
You can even tell, like, you know, I remember when you still used to do hustle.
He did that thing.
He did it. Right.
Didn't he get
Was it
banned
this weekend?
or warned?
He did it.
He did it
Again.
So you know what the white guys are saying, or the commentators, the experts, they're like slowing him down. He could be way faster.
Oh no, that's
and
he be thinking about it.
then that kind of slows him down, and they
So that's
believe
why
that
he got a silver
this guy-
medal
that's
instead
why he
of
got
gold.
it.
and they believe this
Bronze
is probably
medal.
the fastest man on earth.
He did
If
that.
he didn't have the little.
He's
the
young though.
swag,
He has a lot
yeah.
of time to
Don't worry,
change.
guys. You guys don't understand. I don't know when you do athletics. I
discuss
Usain Bolt and the Olympic committee. They discuss it. No. Kana over Usain Bolt was a very charismatic athlete.
Yeah.
So now these things, athletes are superstars, guys.
I know, I get
You
it,
have to
man.
let them shine.
But if
This
it's
guy,
showing,
he's going to shine.
he's
Paris
losing
2024.
1.5 seconds just by
Paris
doing this.
2024.
That's a record.
Wait for that.
The Olympics.
Yeah.
Paris 2024. Save
Save
a
the date.
gold medal.
Look,
Gold medal, 100 meters, gold medal, 200 meters.
Botswana.
4x1. Botswana. Playing around. I'll be there. I will diagram part of the organizing committee. I will look on that guy.
Elon.
No, the other guy. Macaroni. France.
Macron.
Macron.
Macaroni. I get France pasta. Macaroni. How do you say French chicken Macron? Not going to run macaroon.
Just trying to give macaroni.
Macron. And apparently you wanted to gate crash the BRICS meeting.
Oh man, the French are gangsters.
You wanted to gate crash.
So now I batla go tsena.
Come back and build power stations here in, where is this country? Is it one of the countries, with DRC, wherever countries they colonize? These guys are saying, nah, before we talk, come back and bring those minerals and build a power station here.
France is a guys. This BRICS thing is relevant, but it's an exciting time for how a middle guy like Botswana. Because now not sharp. It's nice to be a middle
just
guy.
watching from the back.
So it's one of those. I think it's a
start fighting.
we're neutral. We're not neutral. I hope Masisi just says, could we Switzerland it? Could we just
What?
Just keep quiet and
Then
pretend
we wait for the dust to like
to settle. But
settle.
that's what we do all
And
the
we pick
time.
the winners. You know what I mean?
That's what we do all the time.
BDF. So Farigas horror. That's us. Dead. Dead. 1 week. It
I
will
don't
take 3
think
hours
so,
to
man.
flatten. Not even 3
I
hours.
don't think
20
so.
minutes.
Talking about BDF.
20 minutes.
Do you think like Malema, Julius Malema's comments on Botswana, right? He says we have a US base.
Yeah.
No,
Is it true?
guys. It was never a US.
It's not.
It's never been a US base.
It's
not.
Listen, dog.
No,
Tricks, it's like
the-
me. This is my house, right? My 2.5 Tricks. You can stay in the back.
Yeah.
You can't be telling people, hey,
You can keep your planes here and
keep playing it.
No, you're staying in the.
Bapeki, like a packing hang in a hangar.
my house.
Okay, fine. You
so
know
right now, tako example. Kana mata tengo
Let
me tell you.
Exactly.
They are paying us.
The problem is
it's not that bad.
Halisumla basa America. You guys think about it this way. We're not only 2.5 ubuang ka.
O rentile mo 2.5 nya. O ra ba
What's Karen?
That's my house.
What's Karen? Wena ke ro mokwena. Uho. Uboya go taka Edison Ndlovu. Awa go mo rentisa go morago. Ha re tsena re le ba puso Edison Ndlovu.
Okay.
Ha re tsena re le ba puso. Ha re tsena rare. Edison Ndlovu wa motswakwa. Unnaha. Ha re nana go gore ke ntlo ya ga Johnny wa Mokwena.
This is my house.
Re batla Edison Ndlovu. Ha re tla re le ba puso. Ya no ha re tla na re na le bo Malema. When we talk a military air base, there is an American base in Bucha. You get what I'm saying?
But still, those guys are renting there.
They are renting and they train
you know what
our
Malema makes it
military
look like?
as well. Because we bought those big planes. Remember, we bought.
But Malema is making it look like my America was like a detail.
Malema doesn't know anything.
About to go to the plane.
They're making it
Why
look
do you
like.
go to with Simulu? But it's that thing.
Right
now, how's an Pakala? Those houses, but the one about to go in the back.
So what I'm telling those guys, I don't know about Robatama.
Buma.
My state. I don't know about Robatama. No, Grau, it's impossible.
What 20 minutes.
Those are our friends.
20 minutes.
Johnny, America is our friend.
Margarita, but all about rent.
They are renting, yes.
That's
Okay, fine.
any tenant who can over Russia. Russia about Canada was there.
Ma, tell me one leader who would have the responsibility to make that decision.
No, obviously that's a scary situation.
I'm just a reason. I'm hypothetical meeting.
Biden.
How 20 minutes we are out. 20 minutes we are out. How slumber?
Yes. But I think slumber is probably a G negotiator.
No, I think maybe he would be best.
You know, like who?
He would be best.
I think that guy's probably a G. It's just
think
that we
about
don't
it.
know. We've never seen him.
Think about it.
Like his real side. Or he's just being VPing so much. And that guy
Think
probably
about
has
it. Slumber.
a skill we don't know about.
There's a reason he's there. Happy he has nothing to lose. I agree, he's already done everything. So if
When they are judging a book by its cover.
No, I know
We
against
give
her.
you
I
the
see against her. That's why I know we won't survive that conversation.
So you want to tell me he won't be able to negotiate a good deal? Have you
heard?
No.
Did you listen to Parliament? You ever hear that guy negotiating in Parliament? Come on,
Never mind that. Never mind.
Come on. You guys listen.
you know who'll be best.
No, never mind. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, no, never mind.
You gotta pick against.
What's this gentleman who does in Parliament? No, the one who says order. What?
Mr. Speaker, Skalimanishan.
Pandu
Skellerman.
Yeah.
You sent Pandu Skellerman back in the day, not now.
Not now, man. He's ish, dog.
Send him back in the day.
He's sick now, dude.
Send
He's
him
sick.
in his 2000s.
Yeah.
That was Pandu.
The time he said president of when
he was still an ambassador of somewhere. That was the guy right there. That's the biggest thing.
And now he's just old, man. He's sick.
We go.
Yeah.
We won't survive that
But
conversation.
so there are cameras in Parliament now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing to ever happen to Botswana politics. Personally.
Really?
It shows us we didn't know a lot of things. I did not know that laws I.
Did you know?
I thought there was like
No.
a ballot and it was a more. Kuriana is just the
Oh, you
guys in
mean
the
like-
room just. Yeah, man.
That's how laws
Just
are
like
made.
that's how
I don't
laws are
watch it
passed.
because I feel like it's comedy.
You see
And
that?
sometimes I
You
feel like
see?
comedy shouldn't be in
See?
a
See?
serious
You
situation.
see? This is why this country is not gonna survive the next 10 years.
Why?
Because you people
Young guys like you don't
young
want to
guy
watch.
like
They
you.
think it's
No, you know
Politics
what?
is
It
comedy.
depresses me. You know what happens? I'm serious. I have serious things to do. Ne? I take my time
have
to watch
serious
this
things
thing.
to do?
Listen.
Those serious things are affected by what those guys discuss in that room.
Exactly.
But
I
wait,
want to
wait,
make
wait,
changes.
wait. Okay.
What's
Listen
more
to
serious?
what I'm saying.
What's more
I
serious?
want to make changes. I want
Before you
to.
say that statement.
Just to say it again.
Just repeat.
I got
Look into that camera. Please look into that camera.
I'm not looking into
Le baba trying to go like thing.
And
Oh, but
say
let's
it
not
again.
that one. You
It's
have
this
better
one.
things to do.
But I have serious things to do.
Yeah.
Therefore, yes, I do watch Parliament. But these guys are making jokes the whole time.
I'm judging you right
And now I feel like they're not taking it serious. So it then depresses me. So I avoid it. I just do my part.
So now what you
I'm
want to
doing
do-
my part right now.
You understand?
So that you can go vote.
You
The reason why
understand
it's
that-
not
Of course,
wrong-
October the
It
4th,
could be
voter
a Matakala.
registration. I know.
Let me get somebody
I
serious.
know what's going
but
on,
now
but
you-
I cannot
you
watch that whole
Now
thing.
you need to
You
know
have to watch it.
who you are voting for. How do you get information on who you are voting for?
Yeah.
When you are somebody sitting in parliament and and they make a dumbass joke. Why are you voting for that guy?
Yeah.
But now you're gonna vote for him because he was wearing a nice suit the day he was giving his speech.
And he gave you
No,
your,
I
you
got
and your
turned
boys the
off. I got
Kotonyana.
turned off. I'm
But
just
you
being
need-
honest.
You need to.
You know what
need
happened?
to invest in.
I
need to
watched
be
it,
gay,
and then they spoke about this other clip where a guy wearing police office uniform, ne?
Yeah.
It's a fake cop,
Yeah.
right? Do you know it?
I think I've
Carry
seen
on.
it.
He's wearing like boots.
Boots, yeah, the guy
That,
with the drunk
that
guy.
clip,
The drunk guy.
they think it's real. They spoke about it in parliament and they're saying that but police.
It just shows.
They're old, dog.
Dude, listen. Trust
I'm
me.
not gonna watch
It
that.
just shows you. No, dude, listen. It just shows
But it
who
shows-
it
It shows you.
Of course,
It shows
yes.
you who your cousins and your friends.
Of course, of course.
It's not about
No, I get it.
Know
This is
why?
not like a.
Do you wanna know why? You wanna know why Baba Klopi? Because Botswana don't read.
You don't want to watch them.
Now, the best way you could get information about my politica is just
to read about them on the newspaper.
or listen to radio. But now, Botswana don't read. Radio is just dying. Now it's being broadcasted. It's online. You have the power to say,
And there's even me.
I can listen to people who are running my country because it's not their country.
I said, come on. Those guys are just there for 5 years, dude. That's
That
it.
is, and we put them there.
They come and they beg.
So
they
is this
put
why you
post-
guys do skits
They put
about
posters.
government-related things? Because most people are feared to go into. Fine, as a comedian, it's safe. For me to do anything that has to do with politics, I have to be very careful.
It's not really safe.
It's not.
We have a duty as an artist, dog. Like I have to talk about everything around, from love to
money,
to politics. I can't just be I'm a comedian. I have to talk about everything that's happening in my life. And if politics is affecting the way I live as a comedian, I can't thrive and prosper as a comedian because of these politicians. I have to talk about them.
Talk about it.
I have to.
And if we don't talk about it, you know what's going to happen? They're going to keep thriving.
They're gonna keep.
And we just going to be here and complain. Because here's one thing as Botswana, what we do. We complain and say, I tell you if I want to complain. What are you going to do about it? You have something, you have serious things to do instead of watching
Yeah, you have
politics.
much better things to do than.
You know, so that's what.
Clearly, that's every Motswana. Clearly,
Every Motswana is just complaining
Has
to
better
the,
things
to the
to
next
do.
Motswana who has other better things to do. So like your voice is.
I don't think we're gonna have a country in 10 years.
that we are not gonna survive.
I honestly, I don't think we'll. If this is the attitude for the next
How
10
long
years,
do you think? 10 years.
yeah.
In
If this is
next
the
10 years.
attitude,
Okay, fine. Where do you think we'll be in the next
we
10
won't
years?
be as an. You know how every country praises us. Oh, Botswana,
It's so safe and peaceful.
All those things.
I think it's
They might just go away,
it's
though.
deteriorating.
They might go away. It's
Like,
deteriorating.
You know what we are like? We are
You
like
see, this
you know what
conversation
we
is
are like?
depressing, like I said.
You know what we are like? We are
Anyways,
like,
but let's
we're
go.
like an Instagram slave queen. As a country,
It
looks good
On camera.
online
But
on
she's
camera.
getting pooped on the chest.
She's getting pooped on the
In
chest.
Dubai.
But, yeah,
Dubai,
to
yeah.
get that. We're getting pooped on the chest.
That's like a.
For us to look that good,
For us to look that good,
Somebody has to poop on my
somebody has
chest.
to poop on your chest, and that's just it.
that's funny.
That's the reality, man. We gotta
Let's
stop
be getting in
this.
trouble for this.
Not all, but
This is not a literal thing, by the way. It's a figurative. It's figurative. It's not
They talk
literal.
about these diamonds that we have, this tourism that we have, this
Yeah.
beef that we
Diamonds.
have. We don't have them.
Let me
This
tell you
is fake.
something. I know. Let me tell you
It's so fake,
something.
it's even hiding.
It's just like
I don't want to shine no more.
No, for real. There's this thing. There's this documentary on Netflix, it speaks about how now they're doing the thingy, synthetic diamonds
Yeah.
are coming into the market. It's called light box or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
that.
know the synthetic diamonds.
And question is,
Where was
by the way, it's the same. A raw diamond, an actual natural diamond from underground, and the synthetic thing look the same, and they are the same. The only thing left is just the value of the branding that is saying, oh,
we dug this from the ground.
it from the ground, and blah, 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 blah.
So
And now speaking about the 10-year thing,
where the
That's why
diamonds?
we're crying for the diversification.
Okay.
Le khala gore ka di-ticket tse di shows are not le ka go diversify economy. Le khala gore ka di-ticket.
And here's
Right now, we're hiring camera crews, and you know how many people I need to hire.
They talk
But le
about,
khala gore ka
they talk about
di-ticket.
the beef. Like, we talk about the beef. Like the beef we talk about, we have never had this beef.
Okay, this blew my mind away.
Wait a minute.
Our beef was the best, but we needed to get some bulls from America.
To come
That
in-
blew me away. I thought we had to send some bulls to America.
to give them
I
the
thought it was supposed to be the other way around because that's the
But
narrative
we
we're
just
selling.
spent 200
But hey, man,
pounds.
maybe I think too much.
listen. With that one, let's just keep it on the side because I want to have an episode about it. It's quite confusing.
All right,
Yeah.
But let's
let
go
me
back
I don't know
to the
anything
diamonds.
about.
Let me tell you about the meat, right? The
Oh,
meat that
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
have.
The grass-fed
The
meat,
meat
that
we
the
don't
Americans
have.
speak.
Like
of.
the regular Motswana doesn't have, doesn't eat the prime meat that all these other countries talk about.
Is it?
Yeah, zero tooth. We see Motswana always and zero tooth.
Zero tooth.
Dog, this is the meat we export. This is like zero tooth is like that's the prime
Whose
meat.
farms are they on?
Whose farms are they on?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Because my father has a farm. He
Right.
has no zero tooth.
Yeah.
So you mean that? What are we saying?
The meat that
We're
we
talking
export,
about
right?
the beef
that's
that
the
we
prime
eat.
beef that we export.
I get it. Yes.
It's this is like baby cows. This beef literally.
I thought it was illegal to sell baby cows in Botswana.
This is the zero grade that we sell to thingy. We sell it
Oh.
outside the country. We don't sell it.
Oh, so
in
it's
Botswana.
illegal to sell it in Botswana. Oh,
Sell it outside the country.
Oh.
conspiracy time.
So that's the high quality
That's
prime.
high quality prime beef that no Motswana has ever had.
Can I-
Kurejo I got to American go BMC here.
So can I-
1802.
Say, Tricks, this is what I heard.
Because
Hey, Tricks, this is what I heard about the whole McDonald's thing not coming in.
of
Apparently,
that.
that beef,
Yeah.
It's illegal in Botswana. Hence,
Veal.
Oh, they
the-
cannot sell it back to
Yeah.
No. It's in
Something like-
Botswana. It's illegal to
sell
they
veal
have this
meat.
thing ya gore se thusa gore ga re je a baby cow.
Hey, this is
Setswana.
Then they made it a
Eh,
law.
gore no, ga re je like these big. So now McDonald's can't because McDonald's eats,
Beef are made from that.
The baby cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the baby cow thing.
So if they come here, then they would have to.
So
use
it's not
that.
about a population thing. Gore no, we can't sustain.
Hold on, let me allow on ya.
No, now I heard what they-
So
what
if they came here, they would have to make a thing. They would have to either.
It will probably cost more
It will
now.
cost, it not even cost, they would have to make a thing. The synthetic processed meat and the veggie what's so not.
Oh,
They have to.
and we can't. That's not good for
And
us.
that's not.
It's not
We're not buying a Big Mac ya veggie.
It makes me wait. If the
GMO.
so treasure chicken hinyano.
Chicken in
Chicken on a
No, just regular chicken. I don't know about the chicken stuff. I don't know about the, but
chicken e gola mo 6 weeks here. E tleleng ile kana mo 6 weeks.
I don't know about the chicken
So
stuff.
we're safe.
I was say.
I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
No, I'm not. What the thing is, I'm not saying that's the only beef. I agree. You come had this one. So there's like, what I know. Now you come say the jungle. You come say don't this city. They do it.
Simintale.
This
You go do.
You go do. You want to?
Yeah, can go swag.
Yeah, can go swag.
We want. I boot you, man. How about this, man?
It's just one of those. From where?
Okay, interesting conversation. I think maybe we'll have a part 2 or something to go into that, guys. What I really wanted to shine light on next, guys, let's give ourselves props. The BPS, Botswana Police.
Yeah, shut up.
We need to give them a round of applause.
With
To
the-
give them the flowers. The money,
the heist,
the money
they
heist,
slowed it
the
down.
numbers have gone down. The numbers have gone
No,
down.
Mapolisi are not.
They were in action, and that military base that you guys are talking about, those guys are the same ones who train the BPS and
Is
our
it?
military. Those US guys are here to train Our military. That is why our country is so safe. Malema, ask yourself, why is Malema so interested?
No, guys, let me.
He wants to destabilize.
He wants to come here. What does he want?
No, he wants to destabilize SADC.
You guys, can I go to you
The
guys?
whole cool the boy thing.
You guys,
He has a hidden agenda. I cannot say it.
Yes.
Malema, I cannot say it.
Never.
He was talking. Can I want to do it on Malema? Now
Yeah, kill the
He was
boy.
talking in some other podcast all over. The guy was asking him about his views on Khama. And he was talking about, or he remembers the time Khama denied him to come here. He remembers Khama denied him access into Botswana. And he was like, look at him now. I hear he's somewhere hiding in
The hotels.
somewhere
In the presidential suite.
you know. That guy was just that was just abuse of power. And those are not abusive people. That guy wants to be president, and South Africa will be red. And it will be a good time. Don't worry. The blacks will get everything they need. We need somebody like. You hear a speech?
You believe him?
Dude, I told you I love good speeches. I watched it. That speech has nothing. It doesn't have that I have a dream. It doesn't have that.
It's just the lift,
Never
bruh.
again, dog.
The lift.
That's it. It
That's
was just theatrics. It's like a
it.
TikTok dance, dog. It's just,
Ow.
What's that?
You guys.
Guess when your
have you
best had
seen
a
my
lift.
yes? You know,
Did
Tell
you
me
hear
about
the
a TikTok
speech?
challenge.
Did you hear the speech?
I heard it, dog.
What was he
Especially,
saying?
he was talking about the economic freedom and the what, getting the
He
land back.
says it all
and
the time. Get the land back. We have land. We
He
have
said,
land.
You will be counted.
Everybody, South Africans should be, every South African should be counted. and will be
Okay,
part of the
Tricks,
state.
are you trying to...
Your voice will matter.
Don't you
That's
feel
not
like
deep.
Malema undermined us making that statement of
That's not a high
what am I
dream.
going to do in Botswana? There's nothing for me in Botswana. That's what he said.
Think what is there here for him?
What do you mean? Why is he talking about us in the first place?
We are always talking about South Africa. We are always imitating South Africa. We are always talking about them. Why can't you talk about?
Why is he talking about the military base? Go to the reason. Now that's what I'm saying.
No, Gerardo,
Why is he saying that
here?
specific thing? Why?
No, he's not lying. I can't have this.
Nah, whether he's lying or not, why is he talking about that?
Why? What do we mean? When we talk politics,
There's something.
There's nothing there, dog.
There's something he wants. He wouldn't talk about us if there's nothing.
What? He wants to be
doesn't want.
president of what?
He wants to extend and make us a province or some stuff like that. He wants something.
There's nothing for
and
him
we,
here, dog.
he's gonna. The truth will come out.
You know there's a beach in South Africa.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh no, le re bua gore re batla go tlisa beach meeting
yeah.
I get the whole diversification mindset change.
Wait,
So we decided the guys
This sounds like a good idea.
like yeah, we're trying to
We're
like
trying to
Khalagadi
Khalagadi area. Khalagadi area. They batla go punya from Namibia and underground pipe eka punyang. Salt water. So I release the process of filtration.
very similar first tell go sena di wave go le just e le gore re tla introduce di wave after
Because I introduce
the
introduce the wave pele would have go kana le mathata.
le snow mara snow had maybe next 50 years.
Snow ash
So which ministry do you go through
to introduce
the earthquake I think
ministry wa ke go
earthquake
na go ene re sample ka 20.
No, which ministry did you say you went? Agriculture.
No.
Tourism.
Earthquake yone re tla tsaka ka go mo ka
Department meteorology ya bo
ena le
disaster fund
disaster fund. So we are going to take something from the disaster fund.
Leader disaster.
Ra go reka earthquake.
You know somebody's gonna watch this and think we're telling the truth. But then I see, you know, we put up videos there and we get inboxes. We did a video about going to UK. And like honestly,
You realize we're moving from the BPS Hamani Heights thing, but we'll go back. Yeah.
Then we did that video. It was literally we thought we were being as ironic as possible, like being as sarcastic as possible. Hey, are in UK? What? You know how many inboxes we got of people literally saying, "Hey, man, I'm trying to go to the UK."
Yeah.
Who do I'm like, yo, you know that we're comedians and We have nothing to do with UK. We have nothing. Somebody might just call us. Let me cheat. What's wrong with you? Let's quick in Italy.
Nah, back to BTS, guys. Like, can we just genuinely give them that flowers? They
No,
deserve
legit.
things.
It's one of those. Hesh, but what about police? It's hard to give them their flowers. You give them their flowers. Really, dog. I was just talking about you, dog.
I can't believe we just score.
But like that, they're really doing that thing. So now, that whole crime moment thingy.
The conspiracy, yeah.
There was just a thing happening.
It was staged.
It was a thing happening.
Think so.
Was it staged?
Some mercenaries are sent here to stage robberies.
Like, cause it was
this stabilization.
It was very weird. It was very weird.
Yeah, I sudden peak.
Somebody said the same
this
thing about
one
the cars burning in Johnny. What is the same WhatsApp group as the heist and whatever. What is somebody trying to destabilize things?
As Batswana, you guys really. You guys are losing tradition. So kind of like
I think maybe you know.
Bushiri and Jewel are that tight.
Did he come here?
You can't
come here. He's not allowed here.
You can't come.
Why would Jewel
I
chill with
he was banned in Bushiri.
Why wouldn't Zoro chill with Bushiri?
There's nothing
He's
wrong.
A pastor.
Bro.
He's a prophet.
Yeah.
So at some point,
If
he's gonna come back.
They're men of God.
I'd chill with other comedians.
That's what prophets
That's
chill with
what
other
prophets do.
musicians chill with other musicians.
Jewel must find a way to let. If you are saying what Bushiri.
No, it's not like they're gonna fix it. Can I do it as strong? It's good. It's a different game.
But are Bushiri guys got
No. That one is a different game. Good. I will more level in this side. I will more level in this side. Go talk as a country.
Well, right now they're making fake diamonds.
Rahatel. And I saw an alipello that anybody will be seeing a thing. No, you are shiny. That's the problem. No, make it feel like you are fan of Forex. Police and Mahalsi. Forex, police and Mahalsi.
General.
I just
attention.
I won't lie, man. I'm happy to see young guys. Young uneducated guys banking. Who love it. That's why
up to now.
He's not educated. It's nice to see young uneducated guys banking.
No, it's nice to see
banking system.
It's nice to see young people.
Yeah, just young
and cashing
guys. The cashing, dog.
Cashing
it's a beautiful moment.
Without the government.
Yeah, we don't have to have
really figured it out. For real. Not just
remember what we were told as comedians? What our biggest customer is going to be government. I remember we were told, gents, if you want to make it in comedy money, you should look at government, selling to government. And I'm like, dog, what are they going to buy, dog?
But how's the industry? How's the comedy industry and the atmosphere right now? Like, would you say you are doing well? Does it seem like there's a future for you guys to build? No, guys, okay, fine. Now I want to see you guys on Netflix.
You not defend that.
I want to see you guys on Netflix.
Let's
look at it from that
money.
point. Okay, fine. Target again Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix special. What do we need to do right now?
We need to start selling out halls. Selling out big rooms. Because Netflix, they'll look at the video and say, that video is sold out. Clearly, people will click and watch this because Netflix is about people clicking and watching. So, us as comedians, we need to sell out more rooms, fill out more halls, fill out more bigger venues.
And as consumers, y'all need to attend.
Yeah, y'all need to attend.
Yeah.
Hopefully, also the economy gives you guys enough spare money to come for entertainment.
Y'all need to
make money. Really spare money. It's more. I think it's therapy.
Yeah, entertainment money is spare money, dog.
Entertainment money is like
after you've paid your food, after you've eaten, you paid your rent, you sorted out You sorted everything. You were like, hey, let me spend this 200. Let me go buy a ticket to go have a good laugh.
Because that's one thing.
Everything was sorted.
That's one
now.
thing we never really consider. Like, as an artist, as a comedian, I'm doing my art. Right? I'm like, all right, fine. I'm doing my art. That's all I'm good at. I'm not looking at the economy. I'm not looking at did people get raises? But these are things we need to consider. Right? Like, as I work as an artist, my money is from other people.
Who's my target market?
Who's my target market? And how do I get them all in one con? And then.
But wouldn't you say like bots right now is doing really well in comedy? I think that's in terms of entertainment
Not really
industry.
well.
Compared to the music.
No.
Don't
Flying
believe
Fish.
everything you see.
Congratulations to you guys on
Don't
Flying
believe
Fish,
everything
by
you
the
see
way.
online.
Yeah, shut up.
Don't believe everything you see online.
We
Online,
curate things.
Online, comedy is funny, dog. Everybody wants to consume funny content. So online, the numbers are great for comedy.
But are people willing to pay for it?
But people paying for comedy.
You know what I mean?
You know.
It's not funny when it's not making money.
Yeah.
Go. So
I
know a lot
never
of-
thought about it like that. It looks like you guys have a bright future from the outside.
That's what
we
you
hope
know.
so, dude. Hey man, we've been having a bright future for 8 years.
We've been having a bright future forever, dog.
I don't know what the hell. I don't
been
know
bright.
when
It's
it's gonna
been
pop
bright.
off. It hasn't popped. We've been at it for years.
Come on, dude. You're on like this guy. The guy with the Netflix special was here last time. The
Yeah,
international guy.
yeah.
How did you guys connect with him?
I did a show last year with some other guy, Usil Isa and Bongani Dube, and some lady who owns a company saw me perform in that, and then she reached out to us. Like, it's word of mouth. It's comedy is about how good you are. Like, if people saw you and they're like, you're good, then they'll call you for another gig. You're as funny as your last performance. So it's
Guys, you guys are booked every day. You're booked right now. I'm cutting into your time right now as we speak. Come on, bruh.
Here's the
Give me
thing.
something positive. Give me something.
No, we're not
'Cause
saying.
we
We're not
don't
saying
want to
shit.
oversell the dream, dog.
Yeah, we don't want
some kid to quit school.
to be watching.
Don't do. Hey, stay in class.
He be on TikTok.
Keep that job.
there.
Oh, keep that job.
He gets 100 likes,
get
and
up.
then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna quit everything and
Yeah.
become a comedian.
Don't do that.
That's not how it
No.
works.
Of course, that's not how
Like,
it works.
When whatever I always tell people, don't believe everything. Even whatever I tell you online. If I tell you something online, don't believe it.
Somebody's paying me to say
Somebody paid me to say it. So I'm probably lying to you.
Well, I say, hey, this tastes good. Okay,
Don't believe anything I tell you, because online we get the minute you grab your phone and look at it, you're trying to get entertained. So I'm not trying to bring boring things online.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say anything to entertain you. So with saying things that entertain you, so if it looks all entertaining, all bright and good, all nice. It's like, oh, dog, this is how this
No,
guy
but
lives.
I feel like you are booked. So you are booked, therefore you are paid.
Because I know how to make it look like that. Because I know what people want to see me booked and paid. You see me booked and paid for you to call me.
You know what we do, dude? You know how we got to getting booked? We had to book ourselves. Gang times.
We have to book ourselves. Gang time.
Book ourselves and hire ourselves.
So we've been it's been 8 years.
Yeah.
It's been 8
When me and
years.
my boy started, now, we'd make people laugh. And like, people would come in like, they would leave in their nice cars. And me and my boy would have to walk from here.
You don't
to
have a
block
right
10.
to go home.
We'd walk. Then we'd be like, dog, like, why are we always just, but there's nothing, dog. No one would book you.
So what
Then
can
they'd
we
always
be
book the
done,
same
guys?
other boring niggas that are not funny. They'll keep getting the same jobs. Then me and my boy were like, man, let's organize our own shows. That's where we started, me and my boy. We even do it right now. That's why I cannot say some book. Me and my boy we're having a show on the 5th. I hope you're coming on the 5th, the
That's your
28th.
camera.
We're going down, baby.
5th of September.
Yeah.
September and
Wait,
Don't ever
where's
worry
this?
about me not getting booked. I'll always book myself. If these promoters don't want me, I'm coming up. Right now, I'm becoming one of the best comedy promoters. If you're trying to get into comedy, holler at me. I'll make you famous, baby. Yeah.
niggas are trying to get famous.
You know what I mean?
Niggas ain't trying to get paid. They
Yeah.
trying to get famous.
Wow.
And it's easy. Hey, we can get you
You can be
famous.
famous, dude.
If you're trying to get famous, we can get you famous.
100,000
Quick,
likes in a week.
Quick,
Right now.
fast. But we ain't trying to get famous. That's not the game we're playing.
The fame game.
Fame game is too hard. It's too hard. It's too painful.
But the truth is,
I'm playing the wealth game.
I've met comedians that have 100,000 of followers,
Yeah.
don't even have cab money to leave after we shoot. I have to give my pay, and I'm like, dude,
Okay.
why are these followers giving you money? What the fuck's going on?
I'm a big Joe Rogan fan.
Yeah.
And he usually has a lot of comedians on the show, and
Yeah.
they speak about that, how they started the first 10 to 12 years,
Yeah.
they would go to the comedy store and they would get like $5 or like peanuts, you know, until
Young $300 in the cut.
until
Buy a beer and go home.
yeah, or they would even get paid in food or a drink,
Yeah,
right?
you get paid in food and
So
beers.
listen. I am a type of person who
exposure. I
wants to-
got a lot of exposure. Can you see? I've been paid with so much exposure. Look at me. I am the
You are
most
officially exposed.
artist in Botswana right now.
Shining right now. You blurry.
Exposed. Huh?
Right. Now, listen, guys. I'm just saying, from a business point of view or a structure for comedians, what do you think can be done? Where can we start? Fine, you are booking yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next stage? How can we help? And I'm talking about financial help, by the way.
Yeah.
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Buy tickets, guys.
Buy tickets. For what? Like, do you have a plan, a bigger plan? That's what I'm trying to understand. That's why I mentioned
To
Netflix.
come watch original stand-up comedy. Trust me, have you ever been to our shows?
No,
I
I've
think
only
that's
seen
why
clips.
we are here. Come to our shows. Joe. Then I think you'd have a different tone.
Yeah.
You'd have a totally different. You understand what value we bring to our shows.
No, I understand.
It's not like we're saying
that.
give us money, dude. We actually bring value.
But-
Like
but
many
I
people
get
have come
your
and
question.
You
left
get
our
what
room.
I'm saying.
I get
I
your
want to
question.
feel like I'm supporting Triccs because one day Triccs is gonna be there representing the
I get your
country.
question.
You understand?
Here's the thing, right? Right now we're at a point where we're stand-up comedians, right? 100% pure stand-up comedians, and we used to be purists. Stand-up comedians.
Before we didn't even like videos.
We didn't even like videos.
We had to just get in because
We're like-
COVID made us get in.
we were so hellbound on making good jokes on stage, being the best writer, being the best performer, and we're like, but there was no industry. There's no industry. There's like 10 of us, right? Sure. So now we have to build that industry. We
The
have to-
structure, that's what I'm saying.
we have to build that industry. We have to teach people stand-up comedy. We have to teach the audience that, oh, there's shows there, there's this and that. Now you have to pay $500 for this guy because he's worth more. You know, now we are teaching the audience that, and we got online because we are like, you know what?
It's where you can reach
It's
out
where
more people.
You reach to more people, right? So we got online.
Instead of 100
and
people a week, now we're
now
reaching
getting online,
10,000 a week.
we started learning more stuff. Oh snap! We thought online was just this one thing, but now with our online reach, we are learning more stuff. We're like, okay, no, now we can have a whole show. We could shoot a movie. We could just have a little online thing. So it's one of those. Right now, comedy still. It's growing. The industry itself is still growing, right?
But anything can mess it up. Anything
yeah.
can ruin it. Right now, it's at a point so you can just
Yeah, it can just like one comedian can just
ruin it
all
for
this.
all of it.
One comedian.
Maybe this conversation might be the one that
maybe this conversation.
ruins everything.
Nah, trust me.
And all the hard work
So
we
it's
built
very
is just
fragile right now. It's not a very fragile. even with working, how we engage with corporates, they still don't know what to do with us.
Yeah, you know what? You know what a statement is? You'd have when me and him first got in this space, we started dealing with corporates and government.
Yeah.
So there were comedians probably before us that we don't know, and you'd hear things like, nala rohan, hira comedian. I'm like, you didn't even give me a chance.
Like,
So now
now we are fixing all those. We are fixing all those. Now we have one guy who sucked back in the day.
Or we're trying to go to the arts council and we're like, hey, help us out, and they'll be like, oh, apparently there used to be association here, comedy, relates 100,000. And Halari reporter my dear thing, we're like, I wasn't here 10 years ago.
Now we're trying to fix all
And
that.
the comedian had to because
Now you get
some niggas fucked up
The
many
tender
years ago.
boy.
You get
So
to
guys took chances many years ago before we came in, and we're working off that. No, we're not the first comedians, dude. There's many guys.
Of course, yeah.
I don't want to say their names, but you know there were guys back in the day when we were young that were also doing this thing. We're not the first guys to do this.
So it's a very
It's
niche
nothing
market,
new under
bruh.
the sun.
Very niche market, and we are trying to drive it a certain way.
So that it benefits the guys that come after us. Because those guys, they benefited
didn't
and
benefit
they left,
us.
they got married and they moved on, and now whatever they did is not benefiting us. And I hope whatever I do
I'm really
when
thinking
I'm
about
gone,
this,
it benefits the next kid.
I'm really trying to think about it. You know what? Listen, I started this thing in 2016. I stopped on the way. I stopped and everybody else started doing it. And now I'm starting all over again and people are on 1 million subscribers and I'm on episode 4 with 20 subscribers and
It doesn't matter though.
and
You know
Delulu is the Solulu. So I know I'm gonna beat them, but I also know that I have a bigger picture. So that's why I'm asking you guys this question. I feel like if you have a bigger picture, then like what you said, you made a comment, you said anything can happen and this thing can fall apart. I don't think so. I don't look at things like that.
Things can, dude.
Things be happening, bro.
I don't
Here's the
think
thing,
so,
listen,
man. You're way too
our-
talented.
no,
You're
our-
way
our
too...
bigger picture.
Here's the thing. How many times
Comedy
have
is
I-
bigger than
listen,
music.
How
Right
many times have I
now.
walked
That's-
into a room
that's-
and we did comedian Botswana, whatever,
how it
whatever.
happens.
I'm in rooms there where I'm booked and I'm the only Botswana and there's a bunch of South Africans babukile. Here in Botswana, Hubukile South Africans there, and people are snickering there. They've never heard me. They've never whatever. They're just judging me
But
from
here's the thing.
some other Botswana guy who wasn't funny, who was taking a chance. And now, I don't want to say that. I wish I could say that name.
It's one of those.
Nah.
It's one of those. We are. The big dream is we are building an industry. We don't believe there's an industry right now.
There's nothing there.
We are trying to drive to a point where we can say, right now it looks like people are getting paid. Looks like
I got
comedians
that. I
are
got that
eating.
from the
But
conversation.
we want to have a system where we know that we have comedians, we have comedians, endorsement, we have
the access to
comedians-
credit and then
you have
loans
comedians who
Dental
keep-
care, dog.
dental care, you know.
it's clearly
not fucking nice
yeah.
clothes and like t-shirts. No,
dental
we
care.
want to drive an industry, a system that feeds other comedians. We want comedians to eat and have families. You know, to say, yo, man, that's all I do, and I have my 2 kids. I'm living in the suburbs, and I'm a comedian.
And I write jokes all the time.
You know, so right now we don't have none of that. You get.
I understand.
The dream is to build a system where everybody in the country, everybody knows that there's comedy, knows that there's comedians. You know, they don't only go to comedy shows because Johnny's performing, because Tricks is performing.
Actually, people
they
do
go
that.
there to attend. The
People
show.
watch comedians, they don't watch comedy.
Yeah, they go to a show. 'cause
In big cities,
Tricks is on the
you check
lineup.
how in Botswana we go to the bar. We don't care which DJ is playing, but you're still gonna go to that
the
bar.
bar, yeah.
And you have
That's
a good
why
time.
music is bigger.
In the UK, that's how it is. People go to a comedy pub, to just
there's
go have a
comedy.
drink, and they don't care which comedian is there, and they're gonna pay that 30 pounds and
And then they just
have a good time.
So
More
that's the
you
comedy
buy,
store type
yeah,
of
more
thing,
you
right?
buy a ticket when some South African guys here, or
You buy a ticket
when
you
Tricks
hear
is
the-
on the lineup.
when you hear your favorite comedian is on the lineup.
You get what I
but
mean?
still, it's
You
a
watch
comedy show.
comedians.
It
You
might
don't-
just be more than what you expected.
So we hope it grows to a point where people just go to go watch comedy,
Just
not to go watch not to go watch a
where-
celebrity.
Where people appreciate comedy for what it is
And the effort it
not
takes to come
for
up with
the-
an idea.
The person who's doing it.
Then can I ask, why don't you guys have like a thingy, a special, stand-up special? I haven't seen a stand-up special like properly produced.
It costs
one from
money.
here.
We just did it. You see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't buy tickets to
We
our
don't buy
shows.
tickets. We just did a special 2
We
weeks
just did.
ago.
We just finished recording the thing. We're submitting it to Now TV.
I got 2 one-man shows.
Great.
I got
Yeah.
2 one-man shows. Yeah.
But if you had been and bought a ticket, you would have been a part of the audience of history.
You would've
Guys,
been
why
one
are you
of the
talking
people-
about me?
No,
We
you
are
are.
here.
You are. Like typical Botswana.
No, I'm not.
here.
Listen. I'm doing my part. I don't know why you
Get
guys
your-
are pointing at me.
No, get your
But
act
I'm
together
doing
and
my
buy a
part.
You
ticket.
see, that's the thing.
Fine. I get it, guys. I get
Information
it.
And help a comedian pay rent.
Information. Don't feel personally attacked. So I get it when I say
Gotta get
you.
ticket, ticket.
When I say you,
course.
I don't mean you and a person. Right now we are on screen. We are broadcasting to everybody. So when I say you, of course, we don't take arguments personal.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking it personal. I'm just. Okay, I think, let me be honest, what's happening in my mind?
So Balls has a one-man show.
Let me tell you what's happening in my head.
Tricks has a one-man show.
I know.
But
I
you can't
admit-
watch it for free.
I'm never.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's really going on and why I've started this whole thing, and why I've had artist managers, I've had a movie director,
Yeah.
I've had pastors, I'm having you guys, I'm having Obado next. It's because I'm trying to like bring light to these talented people, and then they get to talk about the problems so that we can come up with the solution.
Okay.
We can sit here and say people are not buying the tickets.
Okay.
But why should they buy the tickets?
The value, dog. Come to the show, you fucking,
You know.
you experience
here's
the
And then, no, listen to me. I would feel like saying to someone, hey, look, I want to go penetrate the South African market. I need you guys to support me like this, like that. Then we would feel like, just like we support the Boholiti, as much as we didn't put physical money, but from here on, he's our representative.
Yeah.
I feel like if you approach it from that point of view of, look, you guys know that guy, the guy with the next Netflix special.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have context to Netflix.
No, not really.
That's not how these things work. You see, I just met you,
Yeah.
and somebody's gonna see me on your screen.
They think I have
But
access to these cameras now.
They're gonna think I have access. I don't have access to these cameras. I don't have access to the studio. But I was here with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get your number.
This is the beginning of something like
yeah,
that.
but I
of
can
course.
have your number.
And that's what I'm
But
saying.
when somebody hits me up and says, I want this setup, if you and that person's energies don't meet, or if you don't want to do that, I'm useless in that situation. You get? So it's knowing somebody is
not enough.
It's not enough per se. Like,
You know a lot of famous people.
I get,
I'm really trying to be positive about a lot of things, bro. I know it's hard. I know.
Sulu.
That's what I'm saying. Delulu is the Sulu.
We believe in the work.
Yeah, work should speak for itself.
We believe the work will speak for you. Like with every push, there's a pull. Like Otwanzo Spane, and right now, what we're struggling with as comedians now, the reason why we got online, we're struggling with your online guys who have your major numbers.
But they can't hold a crowd.
But they can't, but they get all these corporate bookings, because corporates, they
think comedy you comedy.
They think comedy, and to them, they want the numbers. They're like, okay, all I want to do
Are those numbers even real? Can we just pause?
That's the thing.
Can we just pause for a sec?
The numbers are real.
Those numbers real?
The numbers are
I
real.
used to think they're fake till I started seeing my page do
The
crazy
numbers are
things,
real,
and I'm like, I did not
right?
pay for this. I don't know what's
The
going
numbers
on.
are real, but
Okay.
it's one of those, do the numbers work? Right?
Engagement.
Hey, we're talking engagement now. Are you,
There's an example of the kid who had his own show. I won't say his name, but he's a very, very popular comedian. He decided to have his own one-man show, and one came. Actually, two comedians.
Yeah.
Had
Local.
two local popular Facebook guys that have hundreds of thousands of followers. They had one-man shows.
And nobody
No one came. Even I didn't know
they're
about
not
it.
they're not engaging that, and they're not, they don't, they're engaging with your Facebook audience. Yes, fine. This could be somebody in Kachika who typing, yeah, man,
Yeah.
But when you're like, yo, let's go, let's meet up to go river activation. Yeah, this corporate brand. But now with I have walk-in customers that I see every day. I have people I see every day. These people are my customers. I'm going, yo, bruh.
They buy tickets to our shows.
I'm doing something. Come Friday, go home. So, but I don't have those big numbers online. But I have real-time engagement.
Online get fraud.
It's fraud, but
we've had new customers walk in because of our online.
Yeah, we had new customers walking because of our online, because we were
out of the 40,000, hota like 3 people.
Yeah.
Out of 40,000 followers, hota 3 people a week or 4 people a
and
week.
we try to drive them there.
But then we have our regulars.
I think we, from the serious side of things, we've started a conversation that we've sparked something that could then go on.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to.
Sorry, man, we
comedy
take our
stuff.
comedy very seriously, man.
I know.
What is it?
We have to go there.
It's our business.
But,
It's
okay,
not
fine. Let's go
a
back to the
hobby.
funny stuff. Can you do any impersonation of anyone local? Whether
You don't get
Kore, here's the thing. VEE, you le VEE at the lata, but he puts on no battle. and I just cock. We had 6 girls there, 6 girls. Can you believe it? What
else can I do? I don't know.
I can.
You can't do impersonations?
I can do impersonations.
Come on, Masis. Come on, do the speech. Do the speech.
Which one?
How
How does that speech go? How does that speech go? I forgot the speech. How does it go? I think that's the only. Yeah, I think I can do that. How does the speech go?
You have another one.
I'm trying to remember.
Do you do Nigel Amos?
Hey, for the people, I want to thank all the comedians.
The comedians.
I want to
Yeah,
love,
you know?
oh my God.
You know?
You know what? I've been running for a long time, man.
You know?
You know, the comedians.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Amos, I love you, man.
Dude, and we're skipping. Nigel Amos had a problem with the doping test situation. I wonder how far it's going.
No, he's been suspended for 3 years.
3 years?
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. So what was it? What did they find in it?
I don't know the drugs did you song out of.
No, apparently they give you racism.
Yeah.
Just because you're black Menelin inside there.
If it happened to Makwala that time for him to run by himself.
Najile, Moroga,
so
Just
just before the race,
I was tasty. Malala was tasty sadopi.
It was not doping. He had a running stomach.
I.
So he had to be in the
Can you imagine?
He had to be in the bathroom.
You get like a bit of tights.
Yo, anyways, Johnny, you did a skit about KD being leaving work.
Oh yeah. Okay, it's not about her leaving work, guys. That's not the joke. Is not
That's
about
not.
that.
You see, that's exactly what.
That's why you misquoting my joke.
know,
And that's exactly what's going on in the
You
joke.
guys need to relax. I got the joke.
No,
I'm bringing
way
in the
you're saying it,
conversation.
the way you're
I'm bringing
saying
in the topic.
it sounds like I'm celebrating her getting
Nah,
fired.
dog, that's my friend. We wouldn't
Okay, I'm
do
listening.
that. We wouldn't do that. I'm just bringing it in.
Get ready.
I'm bringing in the joke.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And I'm going to talk about, now I want to talk about radio. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Are you guys getting radio, I think, not airplay because you don't do music, but interviews?
We do get interviews. We have small slots on radio. He has a slot on RNFM.
And Mahikeng FM.
And then I have
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Then I have a slot on Gabs FM. It plays every Saturday. But they're not paying gigs. It's just
radio.
because Karata Radio, not Karata
You
Radio.
guys,
I'm like,
You see, that's the thing.
it's a slot. I literally supply them 5 minutes of content
It's
a
5
week.
minutes of coming on radio.
Once a week.
But I'm on Mahikeng FM every week, dog. So you know what it is.
Honestly, we do that. The producer of the show approached me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get sponsors. You know, the same story.
The same story.
And I'm like, yo, shout out, my nigga. He's my boy. And I was like, dog, let's get the show running. Let's see what happens. And I've been on it for like 21 weeks now.
I haven't been doing my Yarna film. I've been slacking. It's really busy, dog. But I have to get back on it. But I've been doing.
So because you're not getting paid, you're not motivated, or you can skip a week and not supply them content because it's just like
Now you answered my question about radio. That's what I want to know.
But it's fun. It's a
radio
good
is nice.
platform.
I
It's a
love
good
that
platform.
media.
It's a
dog.
good platform.
It will never die.
It
will never die.
Really?
It really.
You don't think the podcast versus radio thing is a thing?
Radio will never die.
It's a lie, dog. It's a lie.
Do you know, like...
You can't.
Brian, right now I'm
Radio.
in your podcast name. When I'm on radio, like that, I go live. I have to I tell my mama. I tell everyone on your podcast.
No. Do you
I'm not
think they
telling
have
everybody
numbers?
about your podcast?
Do you think they have numbers?
Radio.
Yes.
Why do you think those people are listening to?
You do realize those in podcasts don't have radios.
Mukombi.
Yo, my dog.
Mukombi
My dog. How can you guys?
Now I'm against. Now just make it straight. Now right now I'm against radio.
But you guys think
something is off. Something is off.
That's
You've
what
been
it's
to Shakawe,
already.
you've been to Maturukwan, you've been to Bakanke, Francistown, Gweta.
People watch TV. People watch radio.
People listen to radio.
Listen. You see the same
internet
thing you
is still
said
a
about
thing.
social media.
Yeah.
Someone having a lot of thingies, followers and likes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the corporates reach out to them because they have the numbers. The same thing is happening with radio right now.
Yeah. In what sense?
In the sense that they get all these corporate clients advertising on their platforms,
So
but in actual fact, they don't actually
But
pull in.
you're more likely to buy a product.
You are more likely to
buy something that you heard on radio
than
than
on
a podcast or something I'm scrolling past.
Obviously, because we don't have a big podcast now, but the day it happens.
No, I'm missing online. I'm talking about you're more likely.
Listen, let's say I get I get a thing. I get a advertising deal with the cell phone network, and I have proper numbers. It would make sense for them to come to something that is visual than something that is
Also, you know what radio has that podcasts don't have? Integrity. Banale, bokra. Banale, they're actually regulated and watched over.
They have
so there's a sense of reliability.
They have a reliable, consistent schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you can just stop
when you
shooting
know
now.
this guy got 6.
For sure,
This guy
it's going to
got
be
6.
on.
On.
When you can just
The
switch off
day
the
that guy
cameras.
leaves,
And-
wow, this guy left.
And somebody's
I think you're right, because you see, podcast with McG, it has a lot of numbers, but it doesn't get a lot of advertisers, because they never know that McG can decide not to shoot one day.
So radio will never die because of. That's why
That.
TV won't die. People think TV is gonna die because the
never
internet
die.
is here. TV won't die. TV won't die.
I-
And you wanna know why? Because there's always going to be that person
And there'll always be somebody sitting in a waiting room.
in a waiting room.
This is a TV playing.
leader.
You know what I mean? There's somewhere.
So it's one of those. Instead of trying to predict or calculate their death, it's how do we
Go around it.
how do we get in there and like get paid off it
While it's still there.
while it's still struggling and it's still there.
I made money from CDs, man. So
Yeah.
glad. You see, now that's people don't make money.
I made money from
I used to-
CDs.
we used to burn CDs. We used to
my
record
first
our
one,
jokes. In the early days, back to 2015, 2016,
People
we record
were-
our jokes and burn them on CDs. That's how we used to get
2015.
by before we used to sell tickets.
And people were saying CDs were dead in 2015.
We were selling CDs.
I was selling CDs.
Most cars have
Oh,
CD
wait a
players.
minute. You know what I think is happening? The
start
world is
happening.
moving. No. The world is moving, technology-wise, all that stuff. But we are always left behind by a little margin.
Nah.
Don't you think?
We are though, we are. But
Good, you can still sell CDs at that time because we are still left. We don't adapt to change.
it's not
No,
about
you'll never
adapting.
take away the value of holding a hard copy
It's not even about adapting
of your
to
favorite
change.
artist.
It's
dog.
like-
That's-
Of course, okay. I agree
Look at
with
it
that.
this way.
can't
Look
take
at it
away
this
that.
way. Look at it this way. If I'm selling CDs,
Yeah.
if something new comes in, not every Motswana is going to buy like an SSD something. Let's play music of that type of vibe. That CD player is still there. It's gonna be there until it dies.
Even if some people bought them without a CD player, just for
souvenir.
man, I
I have
supported
my
this
thing
guy.
framed on people's walls, but it was just.
They don't
one of
have
those-
CD players, but they frame your product because they're like, dude,
Aight,
this is
we
my
shall
favorite
see.
comedian. I have a CD.
We shall see.
So
it's one of
don't
those-
give up on
No,
old
no,
mediums.
Old
Old mediums are.
mediums.
I dude, I'm for it.
Yeah.
But a lot is happening. We'll see in a few
That's
years.
true. That's
I'm
true.
like,
We'll see in
I'm
10
gonna
years.
give you a good example, like the internet. You think the internet is the new hip thing? I'm gonna tell you this right now with a straight face. About 30% of Botswana are on the internet,
Yeah, not all of us.
100%.
and
Every day, let's
now
say.
everybody wants to move their life to the internet. Who
That's
are you
what
going
I'm
to
saying.
sell
We're
to?
still behind.
Yeah.
But we will get there.
But-
So after
but
10
now,
years,
why-
we'll be having a different conversation.
While we are still going,
Maybe you have
there,
to change the
how do
minimum
we
wage so that
exhaust-
you can at least afford a phone.
How do
Because
we
the minimum
exhaust-
wage can't afford this phone with a minimum wage.
I think the affordable phones that...
Get a phone, yeah. Go re affordable
Ah,
phones.
nah,
Get
let
a
that- you do know
phone,
Ditech?
yeah.
You know, Ditech.
How much is a Ditech phone?
Okay, I haven't checked.
That's
it.
way more than 1 point something, dog. That's
No, we're
more
not on
than,
the high range one. There's another
no,
one.
a phone so that I can use the internet to its full advantage. I need that phone.
Hey guys, we're getting political. Look. Which Triccs? Which comedian inspired you to go into comedy?
Nobody. Oh, my friend Induna. He's a stand-up comedian. He started comedy, and I was like, "Bro, you're not funny." He told me he was gonna quit school and start comedy.
Hey man, that guy's hilarious too.
I didn't know about the time. he was going to quit accounting and finance and start comedy. I was like, "Nah, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're not funny." And he just went. I was like, "Dog, let's go do it. If I do it and I'm funny, don't do that shit. I'm not gonna do that shit. Don't do
What
that shit."
year was this?
2015 or something.
Wow.
Like, we're like, don't.
One last question for you. What's the difference between dog ninja?
Classic joke. Classic.
Yeah, nah.
You have to come to the shows and
You have
find
to
out.
come to the show. Can't just squeeze that one out. You have
Nah,
to come to the show and get that one, bro.
Nah, I'm just showing you. We'll get to
But at
know.
least you watch the content.
Of course,
Shout
bro.
out, shout out.
And Johnny, which comedian inspired you?
I don't know, man. All of them. I love all of them. All of them. I love comedy. I don't remember a time because I level comedy. I level Dube on Mondays. Now why SABC somebody time make come up with Dube on Mondays, Pure Monate show. Before I even knew how those guys do stand up. They never discovered a stand up. So I don't know all of them.
When?
Maybe high school. That's when I think I discovered stand up comedy. I was in South Africa. I think who was popular? Cat Williams was popular when I was in high school.
Definitely.
Cat Williams was he was the Kevin Hart of our era. Yeah. So he was like the big guy. So yeah, but all of them. But I would say
so right now,
actually I would say Cat Williams if I had to point who was the most popular comedian when I wanted to do comedy a teenager would be Cat Williams. But think about other bands. Yeah.
Okay. And locally, who would you wanna like? Who do you feel is on your caliber?
I think it's
of
me.
Of course, not yourself.
Just me.
Wow,
me.
I knew it.
I don't know.
Come on, guys. Just like a young kid who's coming up.
Oh, you want me to give dabs to a young kid who's coming up?
Pezo.
Yeah, Pezo and Stella. And Dexter. There's a chick. Okay, I'm giving her too soon, maybe because I just started her first. Let me shut up on her first. Let me give her a year.
No, don't worry. We're not letting her see.
Let me give her a year
You know,
of comedy. But
don't worry.
yeah, I'd say Dexter, Pezo, and Stella. Cause
These are girls.
Yeah, there's one girl called Stella, and there's two guys. There's Dexter and Pezo. Those are the. Watch out for these guys.
Aye.
Like if anything ever happens to Johnny, we ever leave the country, me and my boy will go do some stuff. Know that these guys are gonna be holding it down.
Still shutting it down.
All right, gents. Now, thank you so much for giving me your time. Welcome to the top, gents. Thank
Yeah,
you,
man, thanks for having us.
Thank you, Tricks.
A lot of interesting stuff. Solulu. Okay.
Delulu. Delulu is the Solulu, gents.
I'm gonna start saying youthful words. Don't go.
All right, let me close the show.
Solulu.
Let me close the show, guys. Welcome to the top. My name is Katlego Kizel Makati. I'm with Tricks and Johnny Pula. This is episode 4. This show is proudly sponsored by Makati Law Consultancy, and we shoot at Sunflower Court in Block 7. Take it to the top.
Are they lawyers? Consultants? What is it? Makati?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Ain't you Makati?
Exactly.